Hey guys, welcome back to the Hide. We are back out today with another gun review, this time another Rossi on the bench. If you guys have hung around and checked out any of the videos, you know that I have reviewed a number of the Rossi offerings, and this one here just seemed like a good fit in line with the others that I have reviewed up until this point. So, you know, as far as their lever guns go, I have reviewed their 22 LR Rio Bravo as well as the newer 22 Magnum version of that lever gun. So I thought it only prudent to get the 357 Magnum version. Now I tried like all get out to get the triple black version, but that you cannot find them. And honestly, I was surprised that I found this one. Lucas up at the local gun shop here at Scott's, somehow he managed to get a couple of these and I was able to snag one, but I don't understand why they're so hard to find. It's really kind of odd, but nonetheless, I got one and I've been wanting to try one of these for a while since I've reviewed the other Rossi stuff, a number of their rifles actually, and have been just absolutely completely impressed with all of them, really. I mean, they just shoot great. Price wise, I mean, you're getting a lot of dollar value out of the firearm. Now I will say with this one here, these are a little more expensive. These are around the $700 range, which for a Rossi, honestly, I don't know if it needs to be really that expensive, but overall first impressions, it seems to be pretty well built. Now, just by face value, this is one of the 16-inch carbines. This has a 9+1 capacity of 38 Special and 8+1 capacity of 357 Magnum. So you can shoot both calibers out of this, which makes it a lot of fun. And if you've shot lever guns before, 38 Special out of one of these is just an absolute ball. Now, this is modeled after the Winchester 1892, so a lot of the fit and finish, you know, mannerisms are going to be the exact same. Just standard iron sights, buckhorn sights up here at top. Nothing out of the ordinary there. You do have a little brass bead here in the front. Check and make sure it is clear. And it is. And you'll notice that it does have a safety up here at the top of the back of the action. So you flick that over there. There. This does have half cock. So that is also, you know, really the only safety you need in my opinion, but they have to have that. From my understanding, the ATF does not consider that half cock a safety to be imported. So if you want to import guns into the US, you've got to have an external safety. So that's why that's on there, you know. Thanks, Uncle Sam. But side loading gate, mag tube down below. Again, this is a 16-inch version. Let me get you guys an overall length of this. It's pretty compact, which was one of the coolest things that, you know, I seen about it. It'd be really easy to tote around. Overall length from muzzle till the longest portion of the butt pad is about 33 3/4 inches long. Now, the wood on it looks pretty good. It does have just a standard metal butt plate on the back. Wood up here on the fore end, it looks also pretty good, to be honest with you. I mean, for the price, it is a little more expensive than you're used to paying for normal Rossi, but fit and finish seems to be pretty good. I've got about 100 rounds through this so far. It's not missed a beat, so we're going to shoot some of that again today for the video, but give you an overall weight. This is the carbine model, so it's a little more compact, weighs a little bit less than the other ones, but you're looking basically 6 pounds, so 5 pounds 15 ounces. But it's built pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. The fit and finish of the receiver, all the screws were tight when it came in. There's you know, no wobbling or anything like that. Action seems to be pretty tight. It's pretty slick. The trigger, I'd say, is more than adequate for the intended use of a rifle like this. But without further ado, enough of me yapping. This would not be a hide video unless we get some rounds on paper. So we're going to step over to the bench and throw some rounds on paper at about 50 yards and see what this thing will do with just the open sights, guys. All right, guys, we got a Rossi 92 here on the bench. We're going to take 5 shots each, a 38 Special and 357 here. Just see if we can post up a group, see what happens with it. But these iron sights, they seem to be okay. I will say they are ridiculously off out of the box. I have not adjusted them, but we're going to try and see if we can post a couple of groups here just to get an idea of the accuracy of the rifle. So first shot here, 38 Special. You guys can follow along in the shot cam. number 4. Oh, I must have ejected a shell here. Now, one thing that I did notice, guys, is that probably a little bit of a fault of the rifle. I'm not sure. It could be just me short stroking the lever, but if you don't like hold it at a certain angle and really rack the lever, you can miss a shell. It just won't get onto the lift gate and go into the chamber. So I'm not really sure what's up with that, but definitely a little different. All right, so that should be 5 of those. Let's load up with some 357s here and see how it does. Now, I can tell you, out of the box, this loading gate is pretty stiff. It's starting to loosen up a little bit. Now, there are a few videos online to where you can kind of smooth out the contours of this a little bit, smooth out the edge of this so it doesn't hurt your thumb as bad. I may end up doing that at some point, because if you end up shooting this a lot, that is going to kind of get a little bit rough. So I totally understand what they're saying about that. But let's try the 357s here and see how they do. One here. And believe it or not, the trigger in this thing really isn't that bad. I did pull it off camera. It's right at about 5.9, 5.10 pounds. So basically a 6-pound trigger, but it actually breaks pretty clean. That should be number 5. So let me walk down. I'm going to grab our target, guys, and we'll see how we do. All right, guys, so I ran down and grabbed our target, and you guys got to follow along on the shot cam, but I couldn't even see these, to be honest with you, down at 50 yards, so I cannot believe this thing shot that well. This is the 38 special target. This is the 357. So we've got 5 rounds in a nice little group, basically about the size of my thumb, and then over here we've got 3 shots basically in a hole and 2 here. But with those buckhorn sights, like I mentioned, they were way off. I have not messed with them, but you got the little W here on the back, and then the little notch in the bottom, and then the brass bead up front. I was having to take and hold that whole thing over to the left about 6 inches to kind of get it on target. So I'm really kind of shocked it made anything at all. But nonetheless, that barrel is accurate, guys. Check that out. I will take that any day of the week, especially open sights and with my eyes not being as well as they used to be. But I'm going to load up some more rounds, go meet you guys over on the pistol range, and we'll get some final thoughts on this rifle. All right, guys, I tell you what, some final thoughts on this Rossi 92. Overall fit and finish seems to be really well done. Accuracy is probably a 10 out of 10. I'm really surprised it shot as well as it did over there on the bench. Couple of things I don't like. The lever itself is kind of rough. If you cycle this a bunch, the roundedness of the lever handle here itself could give you a little bit of a tough time around your hand. The loading gate itself is also rough. The machining around there is pretty sharp, especially down here on the end. If you shot this thing, you know, maybe 200 or 300 times at a range setting, not that that's what these are supposed to be used for, but you could. your thumb would definitely know about it. Shooting a little bit more, it does seem to be, I think the spring tension in the mag tube may be a little too much. I'm really not sure. I'm not a guru when it comes to lever actions themselves, but it seems to be popping out an additional round whenever the gate comes up. So it's overcycling, I guess. So I'm not sure what that's about. I may have to have that looked at. That's definitely kind of a bummer. I don't know if maybe it's something that I'm personally doing. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have one of these and how it's worked out for you, or if you think you might pick one up. 357 lever guns, they're kind of hard to find. I mean, you know, 15 years ago, you could walk into any gun shop and there'd be 4 or 5 sitting on the shelf at any given time. It's just not that way anymore. These things are really, really popular. But if Rossi is listening, make sure that you're getting these things squared away when they leave the factory. It should be 100% reliable as fast as you want to rack that lever. And make us a 30-30. Make a triple black version of the 30-30. Threaded barrel, polymer stock, and handguard if you want. I think it really fit a good niche right now. But let me know down in the comments what you think. Always happy to interact with you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel. As always, shoot straight.